Hi, Cancer. Welcome to a changes reading for you. So changes meaning changes you're deciding to make, or you're going to decide to make, or changes that are going to happen. Like something coming, a change that happens for you, something you decide to change. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, Cancer. Changes, or a change for Cancer. I was kind of lost in thought before starting, so there's been a good shuffle here. Cancer. There's lost in thought, right? The Hermit, that could be Virgo. Right. Three of Pentacles. Justice, that could be Libra. Queen of Wands, that could be Aries. Hierophant, that could be Taurus. Six of Wands. I hate that if I did that. Maybe, all right, well, I'm trying, I just don't like it when it glares like that, when the light glares on it. Maybe if I, oh, I did this last time, I think. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right. All right. Okay. Get over there. Hold on a minute here. Three of Pentacles. Just Three of Pentacles about. Pentacles you've been keeping to yourself. Why? Okay. Sorry, eye itches. You ever go to rub your eye and forget you have glasses on, and then you just do a big old smudge right on the, yep. Seven of Wands. Keeping to yourself. Things are good. Things are calm. What's this Justice about? What's this Justice about for Cancerian? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So this feels like you've been having to stay vigilant. What's this Queen of Wands about? Hold on. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. That hasn't gone away. You felt like that a couple times ago and last time, and hasn't gone away. What's this Queen of Wands about? Knight of Swords. That could be Aquarius. If I did this. I feel like it's, okay, maybe if I just turned it that way. It's gonna bug me. What's this Hierophant about for Cancerian? Strength. Right, that could be Leo. This is feeling like you feel out of balance, like you're having to stay vigilant and you're maintaining balance and calm. You're doing the work. Everything is as it should be, but you're having to work to do it, and it's not bringing you the peace or feeling settled or balanced or in control or secure that you feel like it should. With the amount of effort you're doing to maintain that, you feel like you should feel it, and you don't. So it's almost like empty work, because you're doing the work, but you're not feeling the results of the work. Right now it almost feels like it's never going to be enough. Like you're just going to constantly have to stay on this high alert or vigilance, or keep at it and just keep, like, everything's kind of like back at it again. You're not feeling that peace and contentment. So you're doing the work, and you should feel that way, but you don't. Not shoulding on you, but I mean, you should feel that way, and yet you don't. Why? What's this Six of Wands about? Okay, well, that's better. What's this Six of Wands about? All right. I think this is asking you to have faith. You've been staying vigilant for something you don't know what, but you're on like alert, and it's not bringing you the preparedness that you want it to feel like it's not making you feel like, okay, I'm good, I got this. If anything, it just makes you feel like, oh, I haven't thought of that, oh, I need to do this. And I think that there might be some fatigue or exhaustion with that, because you're going to get sick of being on edge all the time. I mean, I know worry might be a part of it. With being a Cancerian, it might be like, well, I'm never going to not worry. I'm always going to want to be prepared, and that's okay. But it feels like it's kind of taking its toll. What's this about? What's this Queen of Wands and Knight of Swords? Could be Aries and Aquarius. What's this Queen of Wands and Knight of Swords? This is about a new job, starting a new job. So you're kind of stuck in a situation where you're doing the work, you just don't know if you want to be in that situation anymore. Is this a job? Are you thinking about leaving a job? Even though it might not be advisable, so the money's there, but the security and contentment isn't. I think this is about leaving a situation that is just not fulfilling. And because you're doing all the things right, and yet you're not getting the gratification. You're not feeling like you should feel about it. And so is this about honestly feeling like, well, I'm going to do my own thing then and search elsewhere? Is this about leaving an unfulfilling job and starting your own? Is that the change you're going to be making? I mean, that's what it seems like. I don't think this is a relationship. I think this is feeling unfulfilled and feeling like, you know what, you're at the point in your life where if not now, when? So perhaps you decide to go rogue, and we got Virgo twice here, but this could be that whole energy where you kind of want to explore and be unto yourself, or at least take this situation into your own hands and try to have some efficacy, because this is not efficacy. This is doing a lot of work for not feeling the results. You might be compensated, but you're not feeling the peace. You're not feeling like what you're doing is either purposeful or that it is having the desired effect for how you should feel about what you've done, a day well lived, or hey, I'm making a difference, or okay, that helps check this off the list. Don't have to worry about that anymore. This is constant vigilance for what? By all accounts, you should be feeling secure, but you don't. Why? Because I think you're finding the work unfulfilling, and it's too much. It's a lot of work it's just a lot of work for very little emotional payoff. And so this could be about you going rogue and deciding to make changes for yourself, in the particular, in the area of a job. We got the Hierophant here, and we got the Strength. So, you know what? Take that leap of faith, have some faith, and give yourself some time to adjust. I think this is being unhappy with the situation and deciding to make some changes yourself, particularly, like I said, in the area of a job. Having some faith, giving it some time to work out, giving it some time until you find your fit again, because for the Cancers I'm reading for, you have to really feel connected to purpose for what you're doing and who you're involved with. There has to be that emotional connection, and you're not feeling it anymore with perhaps what you've been doing. So it's time to shift gears and make some changes. Have faith, give yourself some time to adjust. Could be a learning curve here also too. This might be not only just starting a new job, but kind of creating a new job for yourself. I mean, if you're working for yourself already, is this going into a different niche? Or, well, I want to learn something new. I want to learn how to do that computer program, or I want to learn how to, train horses or something, or just doing something else new. Taking that entrepreneurial spirit and starting something else. Giving yourself time to adjust. And it's honestly having faith that it's all going to work out. So whatever changes, this is not something happening to you. This is you enacting change in your life because you just don't find something fulfilling anymore. It's a lot of work for very little emotional reward. It's something you might have been thinking about for a while. This could be being self-employed and wanting to shift gears. And there's going to be an adjustment period, but it's going to work out. Especially if you're looking for that emotional connection with what you're doing. This is going to restore that. It's going to make you feel invigorated again. It's going to be, yes, I'm going in the right direction. It's going to feel like that. It's going to be a learning curve. It's going to take some time, but it's going to give you that sort of vigor and vitality that this is not. This is just maintaining the status quo and using it to think about things. This is being very good at what you do, but it's not fulfilling. This is being really excited about something and feeling like, oh, I got my drive back. Oh, this is what I wanted it to be. This is this is a deep connection to what you're pursuing. So go ahead and make those changes. Honestly, I mean, it feels like that's the answer. If there's an answer here, it's about you taking the reins and going, you know what, I'm shifting gears. It's just not working out. I got to do something that means something to me. And I don't know what that is yet, but I'm going to find it. And I'm going to try, and I'm going to... Now, for those of you going, I cannot afford to quit this and that, that's okay. It's not about doing something that is not, practical. But maybe that's where the whole learning curve, the study comes in, the spending a lot of time by yourself, because you're going to be learning something new in tandem with doing what you're already doing. So it could be until it's practical, you don't leave this, but then once it's time, it's like, you know what? Go for it. So some of you might even be let go of a job and you're like, well, I got nothing left to lose. I've been waiting to do this. Turns out I got all the time in the world now. I might as well get started on that. I want to mow lawns, or I want to do this or whatever. It's like, well, go for it. If the situation avails itself, like if you've been let go, why not? If you need the money, you still got to stay at the job. Obviously, you're going to do what is best for your situation. But whatever you're doing, it is not fulfilling anymore. And you are called to pursue this on the side or whenever you can, because this eventually is going to work out. This eventually is going to be very fulfilling for you. Even the pursuit of it, even learning. And we've got you feeling, you're taking the long view here. So fingers crossed, hopefully you can make room for that new thing that you want to start pursuing, even if you have to work the day job or keep in the same situation. I don't think this is about an affair and staying in a relationship and still pursuing somebody new and kind of it being very exciting and feeling that. I don't think it's that. I think this is about work. I think this is about you kind of really focused on your security right now and feeling unfulfilled with what you're doing and feeling like some changes need to be made. And wherever that's going to fit for you in your daily schedule or life, make room for it, even if it's only a little bit on the weekends or whenever, because I hate to say that's a ticket out, but honestly, that's the way forward for you. This isn't fulfilling. It's not giving you the peace and contentment that it once did or that it should. And that's because quite possibly you could be bored or stagnant. You're not feeling emotionally connected to what you're doing for work. Trying the new thing, pursuing the new thing does that for you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what else is this about for Cancerian? What is this about for Cancerian? This is like going through the motions here. What is this about for Cancerian? The Magician. All right. Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. So yeah, what do you want to be doing? It's almost like, you know what? I've been doing this job. I'm very good at it. It's just not fulfilling. That's for Cancerian. What is this about for Cancerian? Yeah. Stuck in a rut. Stuck in a rut. As far as a job goes, this is being very good at what you do. Just you're not fulfilled by it. Wanting that passion and that connection back. And perhaps it's not about leaving it. It's just about, well, you know what? this is fine for my main whatever, but I want to try this on the side because this makes me happy. This is for my security, but this makes me happy. Maybe it's making room for both, but you can't just do this anymore because it's not cutting it. This isn't fulfilling. You're not. It's starting to feel like, oh, you're just, it's the, you need some of this. Maybe it's not a new job. Maybe it's a new hobby. It's a new physical, regimen. It's something that you do to bring excitement and joy and fulfillment and wonder and being grounded back into your life, feeling that connection. Because this is just going through the motions. This is efficacy without purpose. You need that purpose and excitement back in. And then it makes this manageable. And then it mitigates this, which is feeling trapped and feeling like this is all it's ever going to be. And what? No, it's not. It just feels like that because it's lopsided. Okay. This could be Capricorn, by the way. All right. Else for Cancerian. Three of Swords. All right. This does not feel like a romance. So, I mean, it could be, but it feels work related. It feels purpose. It feels life related. Like you're just not feeling like you should feel fine, but you don't because everything's fine, but you don't feel fine, and something's missing, and you're not connected to purpose. You're trying to find your purpose. So, however you want to make room for that, if it's quitting your job and going, or if it's just making room for a side hobby, starting something new, trying to bring things back into balance so that you don't feel so on alert all the time and only on alert. So we've got some Three of Swords here. We've got the Three of Swords here. That could be the sort of disappointment and unfulfilled aspect of this right here, of feeling like it's just fallen flat. And like, yeah, well, now what? And being aware of it, just not having done anything about it to the point where now you just feel like, what am I going to do? That's all right. That's all right. You just got to make some changes and tweak a few things. You don't have to quit. You don't have to end it. Just make room for the other. That's all. Don't panic. Because it's just that the feeling's gone and you're kind of like, man. And it could be something you were connected to for quite some time, and there's that nostalgia and sentimental attachment, and it's just not fulfilling anymore. And you're like, oh, what am I going to do now? What does this mean? It just means it's life, Comes and it goes, change happens. I think there's a tendency to get deeply attached to something, nothing wrong with that. It just makes it all the more shocking, or like when that changes, when that status of it changes, when the attachment is not there anymore. It's like, oh my gosh, what does that mean? Nothing. Just means that, it's seasonal or cyclical and just need to incorporate something new. That's for Cancer. Transformation. So yeah, that's that whole, this is just needing a revival. You're needing to be revived here. Things have kind of gotten flat for you and you need a little excitement. You need to maybe transform feeling held back and feeling stuck to kind of being open to something new and pursuing something new for yourself. This has far-reaching effects. Only in terms of you thinking the potential what something could be and thinking about, should I leave this job? Should I stay here? It's maybe you're still in the thinking phases. But I think this is more about getting you kind of excited again, or getting you kind of invigorated again. As far as transformation, I don't think this has to be like a complete overhaul per se. It has to do with right here, transformation, strengthen the Hierophant. It's about trusting. It's about giving something time to develop. Change taking place over time that may be overdue. And also transforming that negative energy, the upside of this is getting vertical on something, confronting something that's been a long held issue, confronting it and transmuting that sort of feeling stuck and feeling, transmuting that, taking charge of it. And I mean, we got the devil and the, having that faith that it's going to work out over time. And that's enough to make you go, oh, this is what it's all about again. I found the thing. I'm doing the thing. What is it? Shooting rocks. All right. Yeah. But it's your thing. You know what I mean? It's like this is you wanting to find your thing again. All right. Okay. Enough. I'm falling down a rabbit hole. Oh, this one. Okay. I just don't want you to feel badly because it happens. You know what I mean? This kind of thing happens. You're just going searching again. That's all. That's for Cancer. Oh, love, true love and fidelity. Yeah, it's not a romantic reading. No, I think this is, okay, call me crazy. I mean, it could be this. It could be romantic reading. Shut my mouth, right? But this feels like a purpose-driven question in the sense that it feels like what you want to be doing and participating in is what you feel deeply connected to and purposeful for you. You want that emotional gratification in that connection. And it's kind of not right here, right now. And you're looking for that. I don't feel like it's in relationship. It could be. But this feels like you're wanting a revival, a transformation of your current situation. And so you're going looking and you're wanting to find something to add to it that gets you out of your rut, makes you feel like fulfilled and purposeful. You've been thinking a long time about this and it's time to take action. Time to take action. Okay. All right. I think that honestly, this does feel like it might be a career shift though, not just a job, but like a career shift eventually when it's practical to do so. But a career shift in the sense that it's got big ramifications. It's not just shifting job sites. This is like a move up, or even for self-employment, learning something new that would be much more fulfilling or have much more profitability. Much more long-term goals, thinking big picture. Just saying. All right. And this is the green light for that, by the way. Okay. What else for Cancerian? You're looking for that purposeful, intuitive fit. Something's calling to you and you don't know what it is, so you're going to go looking. What else for Cancerian? That's nice. Okay, we got the Hierophant again, and we've got the 10 of Swords halfwaysies. So, is this healing? Or is this finding purpose after... No. I mean, it could be finding purpose after drama and trauma, but perhaps this is feeling like where you're at isn't fitting anymore, and you've been reluctant to accept that because it still feels like such a shock or a departure from just that. It's like what I said before, like when you do something and it feels so right for so long until it doesn't, and that's always kind of, I think for Cancers in particular, and Pisces too, maybe even Scorpio, but it always feels like almost a betrayal, or like what happened when something doesn't feel the same anymore. For a lot of Cancers in particular, I think that's difficult because there's a relation to things, a deep attachment to things typically, and there's a lot of past connections, and past sort of defines future interactions because we rely on the past to build the future, that sort of thing with Cancerians. And so this feels like you're kind of feeling like I need to find another purpose now that my feeling about this present situation has ended. Again, it could be relationship. This feels like work though for some reason. So it feels like you're in pursuit of the next thing that's going to bring meaning and purpose for you. And that's what the changes that you're going to be wanting to make, that you're going to start looking. You're on a quest. On a quest. You've been thinking about it for a while, but you're also going on a quest. Because where you're at has gotten stale and you want life, you want purpose, you want attachment, connection, all of that fulfilling stuff, that what you're doing matters and is of value to you. You want that connection. I mean, I guess that could be a relationship, right? Just feels like work. Go figure. All right. So I don't think this is anything happening. I think this is internal. I feel like this is you feeling like, oh my gosh, it's not the same. And it feels like more of a blow than it is. Because it happens. And you know, non-Cancerians, it's just kind of how it is. But for Cancerians, it's like, yeah, but it used to be so, and oh my gosh, it's changed now. I just don't feel the same. And that in itself is like a whole chapter in a book, because it's like, why? Well, short answer is it happens. But the long answer is that maybe you outgrew it, or it's just time, or you've known for a while, all of that. Giving it time for the feeling to come back, and it's not, and it's time to acknowledge that. Okay, shutting up. Thank you for stopping by, Cancer. I hope this was helpful, if not long-winded, but I mean, I had to flesh it out. There's a lot here. All right, much love to you, and don't worry. This all fits. I mean, you're going to be able to fit the new in with what you have now. If it's not practical to leave, don't. It's just, I think you're finally acknowledging feeling the disconnect, or feeling like, yeah, I got to do something. Yeah, I got to do it. But that's okay. You can still continue doing what you're doing, because now you have the awareness. And, of course, do what is best for your situation and what is practical. I think it might be enough to chew on for a couple of weeks that, yeah, I got to make some changes. That's down the road. I'm just working on accepting that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's kind of like. So, okay. All right. You hang in there. I just realized you can't see all the cards. There we go. You hang in there. Don't beat yourself up, and please don't worry. Everything's good. You're just kind of going through this, the shock of acceptance. All right. Much love to you. You take care.